Hey guys, today we are excited to get a new set of head and tail lights for our 5th gen 4Runner. Our good friends at Morimoto have hooked us up with their new XB LED tail lights that are fully plug and play, and also excited about their brand new XB Evo LED headlights. So the new XB Evo LED headlights from Morimoto for the 5th gen 4Runner also feature sequential turn signals or a fade option, a nice startup sequence, and they're also fully plug and play. So guys, when we are finished with this, our 4Runner is going to be kitted out with the most lights I've ever seen on a 4Runner. So I'm excited to get this install started. We'll show you guys how they bolt on and how they look after. All right, first step on the tail lights, get your TEQSPORT tool bag with the 2 tools that you need for this, which is a 10mm deep socket and a trim tool. Trim tool is used right here to pry off each of these panels on either side. All right, and once you're in there with the panel removed, you can see the stock wiring connector. Simply press down, pull that out to disconnect the stock connector on the wiring harness, and you're gonna use your 10mm socket to remove the 2 nuts on the studs holding the stock tail lights in. And now they're out. All right, now we're ready to pop in the new Morimoto XB LED taillight. Get everything lined up on those studs, give it a nice push, and get your nuts and put them back on those mounting studs. All right, with the 2 10mm snugged up, simply take your OEM connector, press it down till you hear that click, and you're ready to now test the functionality of these and move on to the other side. All right, the driver's side light is fully functioning now that we've got it plugged in, and we are ready to move on to the other side doing the same steps with the trim tool and your 10mm. Thank you. There we go. All right, of note when you're installing these, note this little slot here that's semicircular. You're going to make sure that this goes straight back into this little circular plastic stud to ensure they sit flush. Put your panel back in place. All right, so moving on to the headlights. First step is to remove the 13 push clips securing the radiator cover. So we're gonna go ahead and remove all those. All right, and remove your cover, set it aside. And now with the cover out of the way, you can start removing the fasteners that secure your upper grille. And there's a 10mm bolt here. So in our case, we have the Morimoto 2-banger grille installed. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect those wires, securing that. Cricket's going crazy. Set that aside. All right, next we're gonna remove the 10mm fasteners on the bumper. Should be 3 total to get removed. pry that out. Get yourself some working room over here to access. There we go, the 10 mil right there. All right, 3 more 10 mil bolts securing the top of the headlight assembly need to be removed. All right, now we are ready to gently pull this away from the vehicle. Okay. We're ready to start disconnecting the OE plugs. 1. Give it a real good push. There we go. All right, next step with your OE headlight out, you're going to remove the Phillips head screws that are securing the brackets. And these brackets are going to get transferred over to your new Morimoto headlights. It's fully removed. Now we can remove that bracket, get that last screw out. All right. Move these away. Now we're ready to transfer over the bracket. There we go, mate. We are lined up. All right, now with the bracket secured, we are ready to move on to the next step. All right, we're gonna take out the other headlight now and get that bracket transferred over. All right, with the passenger side light out, we're ready to transfer over the brackets by removing the 3 screws securing it to the bottom of each headlight. And once that's free, we can take all 3 screws and bring over our new Morimoto headlight. Yes. All right, so Morimoto offer different keys for inserting into the back of the headlight to change the DRL function and color. And so we're selecting the one that does amber daytime running lights with sequential turn signals. So we'll go ahead and insert that. Get that secured into the back of each one. All right, so for our 2021 TRD Pro 4Runner, we're going to be using the firewall pass-through harness to go into the interior fuse box to tap. All right, once you get your wiring harness through the firewall, in this case our 21 TRD Pro, you're going to connect that fuse tap harness and get under here, and they'll show you exactly where to do it. But it's going to be tapped into this 15 amp fuse labeled P/outlet. All right, we are tapped, and now we are ready to secure all this wiring out of the way. Okay, so now we're gonna take the DRL harness that we passed through the firewall and connect it to the headlight side here. Firm click there, and now we have plenty of slack here to route to the driver's side and the passenger side. And we'll clean all this up once we get these headlights in. Okay, Morimoto includes some magnetic mount resistors that we're gonna install right here per their instructions. That's just gonna stick right there out of the way, and the harness is gonna point up. We're gonna do that on both sides. All right, so on our 21 TRD Pro, it came with LED low beams and halogen high beams. So in this case, for the Morimoto LED adapter harness, we're gonna remove this per their instructions and then match these up with the factory connectors, and then the remaining one's gonna go into their magnetic mounted resistor. Triangle. Yep. There. Resistor. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Do that on the other side. All right. Okay, now we are ready to carefully reinstall this onto the vehicle. All right, so now with the headlight fitted, we're gonna secure it with the original 10mm fasteners. And also remembering this last 10mm bolt on the side, underneath the bumper cover. All right, one side in, time to install the other side. Carefully get that main harness connector in there. That is clicked and secured. DRL harness also plugged in. Time to secure the fasteners on the passenger side. All right, now we're ready to put the 10mm fasteners back into the bumper on either side. All right, now we're ready to put the top grille back on. Slides back into place. We're gonna take the 4 plastic fasteners that go along the bottom edge of the upper grille. All right, now the top 2 plastic fasteners on either side of the upper grille go back in. And this remaining 10mm bolt for the bracket. Now let's reconnect our Morimoto upper grille lights. These pointed the way we want them again. And now we're ready to reinstall the cowl cover. Okay, I think we're ready for a function check. Let's turn this thing on and see what they look like. All right, so our new Morimoto XB LED Evo headlights are now installed on our 5th gen 4Runner TRD Pro, and this is about the most lit it could possibly be. Really love all the amber lighting, especially the Morimoto grill here with the 2-banger LEDs up top. But yes, we are ready to light up the night with all the amber light that we could ever ask for. Thank you to Morimoto for supplying us with these new headlights and taillights. I think that we are completely out of lights to upgrade. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Guys, stay tuned to the next one. And if you're interested in a set of Morimoto headlights or taillights for your 4Runner, check out TEQSPORT.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.